there, I'm your host, Leslie Randolph. I'm a self-confidence coach for teenage girls and the self-confidence coach you wish you had as a teen. Honestly, I'm the self-confidence coach I wish I had as a teen because I know I could have saved myself and my mother a whole lot of heartache if I'd only known then what I know now. I hope to save you some of that suffering by sharing the lessons I learned late in life right here on Why Didn't They Tell Us? Welcome to the show. Hey, happy people. Welcome back to Why Didn't They Tell Us? Y'all, I'm so excited to be here today. And I know I'm excited to be here every time I have a chance to get on the microphone. But I'm excited for two reasons today. One, it's been a while since we've been alone in the room together. If you haven't had an opportunity to tune in to the most recent past episodes with these powerhouse guests, do yourself a favor. Please do. I actually just texted Lindsay Pinchuk and was like, I just caught myself listening to our episode again because it was so good. There is such a wealth of knowledge and words of wisdom and lessons learned late in life from my most recent guests. So please, if you haven't, do yourself the favor of tuning in and listening to Corinne share her tips about believing new things about you to achieve new things in your life, to become the new version of you want to be. Listen to Brooke explain why our lives are such a mess and what you can do to tackle your messy mindset and your junk drawer. And for Lindsay to talk about being yourself and the benefit that you give the world when you do. Just such goodness has happened recently, and there is so much to come. I actually think one of my most favorite episodes is coming up in a couple weeks, so be sure to stick around, my friends. But I'm also excited to be here today because we're going to be talking about my most favorite topic in the world. I mean, no, we're not going to be talking about my children and my family, but we're going to be talking about my favorite coaching concept, self-confidence. Now, I've built an entire coaching practice on self-confidence, so you better believe that I have a lot to say on the subject. And knowing that, I'm going to tackle the topic in small bites. We're not going to dive into everything today. Consider this episode just your amuse-bouche and know that there's so much more to come. So as you know, I'm a self-confidence coach for teenage girls and the teenage girl that still exists in all of us. I say this fun little tagline, this teen that still exists in all of us, because while I currently work with humans at all ages and stages through my one-on-one coaching practice and occasional pop-ups and workshops and group coaching experiences, I have a strong desire to work exclusively with teens so that I can be getting into the foundation of their belief system, which is the foundation of the coaching that I do. It's all rooted in your beliefs, what you believe about you, what you believe about your life, what you believe is possible for you. When I'm coaching humans later in life, it's more of an unprogramming of beliefs that have robbed them of self-confidence versus being part of that wiring in the first place, which is why I think this work is so important for teens, particularly through the lens of self-confidence. Now, I didn't start as a confidence coach and I didn't start with teens. I've done personal development work and leadership work for many years, but when I quit my job, my 9-to-5, and decided to dive in and be a coach full time, listen, I offered my coaching to everyone and their mother, including my mother. Hi, Mom. Don't worry, this isn't the episode where I'm just kidding. But I helped humans from the ages of 11 to 75 from all walks of life, all backgrounds. But even with this diverse range of clients, I saw a common theme, a universal pain point that existed for everyone. Doubt, fear, insecurity, anxiety. Now, these emotions, these human emotions that all of us experience, were standing in the way, were becoming obstacles for my clients to live the life that they want to live, whether that's going after goals or chasing dreams or simply just to feel good day to day. These emotions were robbing them of that experience that they so desired. Now, I always say that I'm every woman and every client that I hope to help. And I was not immune to this struggle. I too struggled and struggle to this day. I struggle with doubt, fear, anxiety, insecurity. So I can say with confidence that the antidote to these ails is self-confidence. So I decided to become a confidence coach to address the elephant I was finding in almost everyone's room, that they were allowing these feelings to stand in the way of what they wanted and who they hoped to be. So why not share what I know about self-confidence? And I'll do so with this story. A few years back, I was on a plane with my hubby, and I was studying for my coach certification. And the topic of the day was self-confidence. I was reading and listening to videos, and, I'm taking notes intently because I'm like, just give me some of that. I want that because, like I said, I recognize this. I recognize what happens in our lives when we aren't able to cultivate self-confidence. And as I was listening and learning, I had one of those life-changing aha light bulb moments. The instructor, my teacher, master coach instructor, Brooke Castillo of the Life Coach School, was talking about self-confidence as a choice you make by simply believing in you. Now, if you've been here for a while, you might remember that my approach to coaching is based upon this belief that your thoughts cause your feelings. Now, if you, through this lens, choose to think you can do and be anything, you will feel self-confident. Choose to think highly of you, and you will feel self-confident. Now, I'll back up for a moment. Thoughts, your thinking, and this is, again, one of those things that why didn't they tell us? Your thinking is not facts. It's not truth. Your thoughts are just sentences in your brain that you have chosen to believe. Now, again, if we think about humans that, are in a later stage in life, that's probably a tougher pill to swallow. What do you mean my thinking is optional? My thoughts are not truths, are not facts, because we've thought them for so long that they've become ingrained in our brain as like, this is it. This is just the way it is. And if we think about our thinking about ourselves, and we're so good at doing this, right? Well, this is just who I am. This is my identity. I've always been this way. We give ourselves these limiting labels based on the thoughts that we think about ourselves. So back up. Your thoughts are optional. And I cannot say this one enough, especially what you think about you. The thoughts you think about you are choices that you make. Now, you might have a pile of evidence over here that you are this certain way, but if it is not the way that you want to be, I urge and encourage you to just try this on. What you think about you is a choice. No matter what that evidence pile says, you can choose to believe in you. You can choose to love you. You can choose to think you are capable and worthy of your dreams coming true, of the life you want to live. Now let's go back to that plane. I'm listening to Brooke Castillo say, self-confidence is a choice. And my mind is just, blown. And I took out my headphones and I said to my husband, did you know that self-confidence was a choice? Like, you could just decide to be self-confident? And he looked at me with this kind of confused look that said, like, duh. But he was, I think, much kinder in that moment and said, well, yeah. And it was very clear to me in that moment that someone had apparently told him, but why didn't they tell us? Or me? Why didn't they tell me that self-confidence was simply a choice I could make when I loved and believed in me, when I trusted myself? You know, if you love and believe in someone, you trust them. You know them. And that is why you love and believe in them. You see their good. That is available to you too, my friend. But I don't think I realized it in that simplistic way until that airplane ride. I had spent my entire life believing that I had missed the mark or like the genetic lottery on whatever it was that gave you unshakable self-confidence. I was always in that like fake it till you make it corner of confidence and hoped people didn't find me out that I really wasn't, that the inner dialogue was like, I hope I don't screw this up. I'm going to screw it up. I can't do it. You know, such fear-based beliefs that contributed to that doubt, that insecurity, that anxiety, and hello, imposter syndrome. And I see this with a lot of my clients too. So I've categorized this in two ways of how we get there, of that like, why don't I have it? And what we think will give it to us. And it's confidence kryptonite to fall into these beliefs. And it's the as soon as and the not enoughs. Let's break these down a bit. As soon as I make the team, as soon as I get the grade, as soon as I get the date, the promotion, the job, as soon as I achieve X, then I will feel self-confident. Then I will be self-confident. If I get that, then I can love and believe in me. And then the not enoughs. Believing you're not smart enough, not capable enough, not skinny, pretty, talented, athletic. Fill in the blank of not enough. I'm not enough X. Therefore, I could never be self-confident. Now, with each of these, you are assuming that confidence comes from the outside. It's something you need to achieve before you can feel or be self-confident. Or even worse, it's something that genetically you might not have now. So something that you need to change about you in order to be self-confident. But self-confidence is a feeling. And like all feelings, it comes from your thinking. Choosing to think highly of you. Choosing to love and believe in you. Trusting you. Trusting your ability to handle whatever comes your way, including doubt, including the fear, including failure, all those emotions. It's not the absence of them. It's the belief that you can handle them, that you can handle anything. And that seems a lot easier to do when you love and believe in you. And that, my friends, is the choice. Simply stated, self-confidence is a choice. Now, I told you today is short and sweet because that's where I'm going to leave you. To simply try on this idea that self-confidence is not something that you missed out on or something that you need to wait to feel until you have X or until you are X. You can be self-confident today. You can feel self-confident today by making the choice to think highly of you and to love and believe in that human. My friends, why didn't they tell us there's no prerequisite for self-confidence? No as soon as, no not enoughs. You can start feeling and being self-confident today by choosing to love and believe in you. That's it. That awesome alchemy that I talk about of self-confidence is knowing who you are, loving and believing in her. Know as soon as, know as well as. Those as soon as and as well as, please go out and get them. Go after your goals and live the life of your dreams, not because it will give you that evidence you're looking for that you're worthy of self-confidence. You are you. That is the only prerequisite necessary. But you got to get on board and choose to love and believe in her, just as you are, exactly as you are today. Short and sweet, but that's what I got for you today. Till next time, my friends. Hey, moms, just a quick moment for the two of us. I hope you found this episode helpful. If you did, be sure to share it with your daughter. Don't let her wait till she's 39 to believe that self-confidence is a choice. My hope is that all our girls know that they can always choose to love and believe in themselves. But if you're looking for a little extra support in helping your daughter cultivate confidence, I got something for you. Go to my website at confidencecoachforgirls.com. That's confidencecoachforgirls.com, and grab my free guide, 6 Simple Steps to Help Your Daughter Cultivate Confidence. You got this, and I got you. You're not alone. So grab that guide. Let me know what you think of it. My ears and inbox are always open to you. And if you're looking for inspiration out of your inbox, you can find me on social as the Coach Chronicles, where I share this and much more to help you help her. Good luck, Mama. Love what you hear? Well, I'd love to hear from you. You can find me at confidencecoachforgirls.com. That's confidencecoachforgirls.com. Or email me at lesliethelifecoach@gmail.com. That's lesliethelifecoach@gmail.com. Hope to hear from you.